Hey guys, just want to do a quick review of my decked truck box system that I've had for about 6 months. It's October 2021 currently. So I bought this in the spring of 21 and it arrived in a giant box that I was out of town, had to have my family drag inside to the garage. When I got back in town the following weekend to put it together, it took about, like they say, a few hours to get it put together. I did it all myself until it was time to lift the modules into the truck and had my son help me out. But as you can see, you know, it fits the truck very well. It gives you a great amount of storage. I had so much junk in the back seat of my Super Crew cab, so much, you know, tools and hardware and whatnot just rattling around there randomly, and I just wanted to organize everything, and so this has been a big help to do that. That's the primary reason I've been using it. I've not had to load any major heavy loads on top of it, but it will carry 2,000 pounds, they say, distributed load, like on a pallet and things like that. Things I do like, I don't know if you can quite see it because of the shadow, but the tie-down cleats that are integrated into the side of the truck bed didn't interfere with that at all, so I still have those tie-down points that I can throw things on there and lash some things down. The ammo cans, what they call the ammo cans in the four corners, it only just started raining here in the Pacific Northwest a couple weeks ago, but so far everything stays dry in there. They say it might not, but so far for me everything has been staying dry. So the main reason for the video, just to say overall I'm glad I pulled the trigger, but one thing I want to talk about is a modification that I made. And being an engineer, I can't just leave things alone. I got to make, you know, upgrades and things like that. And one thing I really am concerned about is security of my tools and things I keep inside there. So Decked does sell a lock, a pair of locks, you know, they're key to like, so one key will open both sides, and that lock installs right here. And as a hobby, I'm sort of an amateur, very novice lock picker, and so one thing I was looking at was, you know, it was a very basic cam lock, very easy to pick cam lock, and yeah, I don't know how often, you know, people are attacking locks like that, but you know, always wanting something better, I showed this to a locksmith friend of mine and said, hey, you know, is there a cam lock that you could recommend that's a better quality cam lock that we could install in this thing? And he looked at it and thought that there's got to be a better way. And so I want to show you what we came up with. All right, so here you can see from this angle, this is the latching mechanism. When you pull on this big handle, this is what releases the latch, which lets the drawer open. So of course these parts of the latch catch on a rail that's, you know, inside the upper deck of the system there. So, and of course I got this glove here hiding what the solution is before I talk about it. But so the cam lock would normally install from the front right here where my thumb's at and come through, and the tailpiece would, you know, when you turn the key, the tailpiece goes up and it's in the exact same plane and the exact same height as this guy, as this latch. And my locksmith friend of mine said, man, you know, that the tailpiece on those cam locks that they sell are real flimsy looking. And he says, with this big handle, I could probably just take this handle and rip it hard enough to just pull right through and bend that tailpiece back. So his suggestion, his idea was somehow the better way would be to have a lock that would pin this in place. So because this cast aluminum is really beefy, and this is not gonna, you know, this is not gonna fail. And so his idea was somehow put a lock in here that would lock this handle from moving at all. It would pin this in place. And so that's what we came up with. And here you go. I'll take this off and see if you can see. I'm gonna have to pull the camera up here. There you go. So here you have a cam lock installed through the bottom. And of course, now I need 3 hands, but of course then when I turn the key, this guy can go around like that. And when he's on this side, boom, key comes out, handle won't move. When I'm ready to unlock it, I can unlock it. I can relock it, pull the key out, and it's locked. Or I can get it all the way to this position, take the key out, and I can leave it unlocked. And so it's up to me, you know, if I'm in a situation where I want to leave the truck box unlocked, maybe I'm on a job site, I just want to close it, and I'm nearby, but I have to keep coming back and forth to get tools and stuff. So I could leave it unlocked. And when I'm not around, maybe sometimes I want the tailgate open, but I'm not around, and so I want to leave it locked, I can leave it locked. And so then, of course, the big question is, what lock did I use? Well, I contacted my locksmith buddy, gave me this idea, and then promptly retired. So I contacted a person on Facebook who is works for a locksmith in Canada, because of course I had to have the best lock I could find, and wound up with a, let's see if you can see that. I'm getting myself an Abloy Protect 2. So yeah, ain't nobody picking that one. Somebody on the internet claims they can, but like even your best lock pickers aren't walking around with tools ready to pick something like that. So I'm very pleased with the project. Very pleased with the decked system. There's what the drawer looks like. I've got it empty, not wanting to show off all my toys, but yeah, very pleased, and thanks a lot.